Hello. Hi, everyone. First of all, can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, you can definitely see me. Can you hear me talking? Yes. Okay. Hattie, come here. We're live. Come on up. Hi, everyone. So, welcome to a YouTube live. This is fun, huh? So, I feel like I need to adjust. Hattie, please. Please. Um, hi. This is exciting. Hattie, you're gonna have to stop that. Oh, she's thinking about it. Oh. Come up here. So welcome to a new live. We are now, Hattie, she must be saying hi to you, Melisha. We are now in my living room. We're on YouTube. I just want to say up front that I know the quality of the picture probably isn't that great for you. The rhinestones, can you see my rhinestones? So I am using the webcam on my laptop that I use for streaming. It seems okay, but I do have better equipment, so but I left one crucial thing at the studio. So I'm not getting like the quality that I would like right now, but hopefully at least you can see me, you can hear me, you can see this. The quality is okay. All right, good. Yeah, so guys, I forgot I made this dress. That's how many Lemoore dresses that I have. I made this one last year, I think, or maybe the year before. Who knows? It's all a blur now. But the last and probably really only time that I've worn it out of the house, I wore this to RuPaul's Drag Con in New York. You probably have picked up on the fact that I'm a huge Drag Race fan, and I went to the Drag Con in New York last year, had a great time, and I discovered this dress in my second bedroom. People ask about my closet a lot too, and the truth is there is no one closet because I have a really small house, so things are just kind of like everywhere. Anyway, I found this dress and I was like, oh yeah, that old thing. And I found in the pocket these earrings that I forgot I had. And I was so excited. So I got these in Sydney. These are actually a really nice memory. I was just kind of like walking around downtown Sydney. I found these in one of the big department stores. So that was exciting. And yeah, so really fun to find this dress. The whole thing is stoned, guys. Because once I started, I was kind of thinking like, I'll do a spider web here and there. And I'm getting a notification. It's not important. I'll do like a spider web here and there. And then of course, as soon as I started stoning, I was like, actually, I'm just going to do every single spider web. So some of them just have like one rhinestone in the center, and then others I did like the entire web. So obviously the one right here had to have the entire web done and all of that. I'd be amazing guest judge for Drag Race. Yeah, RuPaul, call me. I'm available. Yeah, that would be a dream. I used to have a dream that maybe because they have sewing challenges on the show, but they don't really seem to like stock the sewing equipment that well and the supplies that well. So I always thought that they should have like a sewing lady. Like that should be a job on their like presser foot up and like all sorts of like stuff that's really hard to watch. So so yeah, that's a possibility, RuPaul, if you're watching. That's a job that I would take. How did I add the rhinestones? So these are just glue on. There are different kinds of rhinestones. There are the hot fix ones. Those you have to heat up and apply. So they have those little like bedazzlers that like heat the stones up and melt the glue on the back like one by one. So instead of doing that, the fastest way is to glue them on with a glue called E6000. So you just kind of like squeeze some of the glue into a little puddle and then use tweezers to like dip each rhinestone into the glue and then put it on your dress. So it's actually a really fun process. And I enjoy it. The couture way to put on rhinestones would be to sew them on. So yeah, hot plate. Yes, I've heard about that. You can use a hot plate or a griddle. So if you're doing like a ton of rhinestones at once, a hot surface, like a hot plate griddle, you put them on like the stone side down. So the glue is up facing you. And then the heat will kind of rise up from the hot plate, melt the glue, and then you can just put a bunch on at once. So yeah, I've heard that that's a great way to do it. That's the way costumers do it on Broadway and stuff like that. But I just have my little like one by one glue operation. Hello. Hi, George. Hello, everyone. E6000 is seriously toxic. Yeah, that does not surprise me at all. Okay, please host her show like Great British Sewing Bee. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Did you guys see the episode where they made my coat, that Butterick coat? That was like a big moment for me. Um, okay, I love RuPaul too. Do the rhinestones fall off during washing? I get so many questions about washing my dresses, and you guys are way more obsessed with laundry than I am. I kind of feel like I have like, maybe it's that I have so many that I cycle through my dresses a lot. I also don't wash things as much possibly as other people because I'm just like, it doesn't smell. It'll be fine for a few more wears. And I know that other people wash a dress like every time they wear, and that's not me. I feel like, it's gonna be, I don't know, unless it smells, I'm not washing it. So they don't fall off if you wash them, but this isn't the kind of thing that I would be throwing in the washer and dryer. So I will usually like hand wash and dry and line dry anything that is even slightly delicate. She not only made my coat, but it got garment of the week. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I see a lot of things. Okay, so lots of stuff about how toxic it is. Good to know. Okay, we need an American version of the Great British Sewing Bee. So I guess I can tell you guys this at this point because it's been years, but they were developing one at some point, and I auditioned for one of the judges, and I just never heard about it again. So like I auditioned and then like nothing happened, and then the show never got made. So no idea what happened there. I can also, since we're gossiping, I can also tell you that I recently got approached to be on a reality show about Jenna Lyons. Do you guys know her? Um, do you know the she was the creative director of J. Crew, and I went through like a bit of a like process with them, like doing, like Skype auditions and stuff like that. And like every step I got closer, I was like, um, I don't know if this is for me. Because it was like um they were kind of selling it as like, if you win the show, you win a job with for Jenna Lyons and her new company. I was like, I don't want a job. Like I have a job. So it was kind of a funny experience. And they kept trying to like sort of at the end, the conversation kind of became about like, well, we really love your aesthetic, but can you do a totally different aesthetic? And I was like, well, I don't know, not really. Like, I don't really want to. So I think I was just like so resistant to the whole process that they stopped calling me to. So I kind of think if I want to be on a TV show, it has to be my TV show. And that's why we're doing Gertie's World on YouTube. Um, Gertie Sewing Bee. Let's see. Any question? Gem Tack is a great glue. You guys are chatting so much, which is great. This is kind of what I was hoping for this live feed. How are you guys liking the YouTube platform? I'm having trouble keeping up though. Second to Gertie Sewing Bee. um, yeah, that would be fun, huh? A guest judge spot on Project Runway. Have you guys watched this new show, Next in Fashion? I just watched the first episode of it the other night. It's on Netflix, and it looks like it's going to be really fun. I really love Tan France from Queer Eye, and he's one of the judges, and they must have a huge budget. I'm telling you, this like Netflix money they've got going on. It's like the production quality is so great, the space is so great, the fabrics they provide are amazing. So it looks like it's gonna be a really fun show. Like I said, I just watched one episode, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, cool to hang out. It's crazy out there. It feels great to socialize. I know, guys. I I was telling Melisha that I like took like one look at an article this afternoon that totally like bummed me out. And I think I'm gonna put like a limit on news consumption for myself. I'm not like a network news watcher really, and I never have it on, but I do I don't have it on the TV, but I have it, news alerts on my phone and stuff like that. And I just feel like there's a lot of theorizing going on out there, and I just can't. So this can be a happy place free of network news and speculation. Gertie, love Gertie's World in the Patreon. Yay, thank you. Um, so we're working on next month's content for you. We got pictures today. I think I mentioned to you guys that we did a photo shoot in the Newburgh Vintage Warehouse in Newburgh, and there were three of us, me, Melisha, and our surprise guest for the month. And we just got those photos back today, and they look great. So I mean, if all else fails, we have content for April, so that's exciting. And then, yeah, we'll kind of see going forward. I can probably, make most of the content for May here at home. Um, I don't know. We'll see. This whole thing's gonna be an adventure. We will just see. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, not watching any more news for your mental health. What is next in fashion? It's a show on Netflix. Oh, you look forward every day to this? That's so nice to hear. Um, okay. Any your thoughts on the perceived amount of time it takes to make garments on these reality shows? Yeah, I think that's really interesting. I don't know why on every show I mean, I guess it's because of production schedules and everything, but they did on this first episode of Next in Fashion, the first challenge was to make a red carpet gown, and they gave them 2 days. And I was like, wouldn't it be kind of fun if they gave them like a week or two and saw like how much they could do if they actually had the like correct amount of time to do it? But I guess that's not, with budgets, that's not really possible. But 2 days, just like, yeah, it's not enough to construct a gown well. And obviously, like with all the things that you're going to be doing, like making a muslin, testing different materials, it's just not enough. So that's like barely enough to make the pattern and make a plan. So I don't know, it's just really that's why I would never personally be a contestant on one of those shows, because I just feel like it gives the public, like, it doesn't give them a great idea of what you do, because it's not, it's like a what's the word? A pressure cooker situation, rather than uh, like an environment that's conducive to creativity. Okay, lots of questions here. Oh my gosh, so many questions. I I see questions about iron care. Melisha, do you want to tell them how I like practically ruined the iron in the studio recently? Um, okay, lots of good tips here. I've been melting a lot of stuff onto the iron accidentally because of some new materials I've been using, and Melisha was very mad at me because the iron was dirty. So I have used that iron cleaner stuff. Um, I'm sure that's probably toxic too. I read some environmentally friendly home solutions. I think they involve baking soda or vinegar or something. So yeah, there are easy ways to clean your iron. I don't know them. Google it. That's what I say to Melisha all day. Google it. Um, okay. Baking soda and vinegar. I said that. I said that. I was right. I thought I was just kind of talking nonsense, but that's what I said. Someone corroborated me. Um, okay. I was going to talk just a little bit about, hi everyone, baking soda and water. So I just want to talk a little bit more about the Lemoore class that I did my announcement yesterday that I'm releasing the Lemoore dress class to you for free. That was previously a paid class. It's 4 hours long. There are 21 chapters. Hard working with you. Just Google it. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna try to focus. It's 21 chapters, and you can get we're gonna be releasing the whole thing now on YouTube for free to kind of get you through your quarantine, your isolation, whatever your situation is now. Um, and I'm just trying to be a real strong advocate for staying home if you can. Not everyone can, but if you can, that's the thing to do right now. Social isolation is the way to go. So in just to motivate you to stay home and sew, I'm releasing the Lemoore dress class totally for free, and we will be doing the second part of it today at 6. So we will be doing a premiere every day until the class is completely released. So probably 6 more days. So at 6 o'clock, come back to YouTube or just stay on YouTube. And we're going to do another premiere. And the one today is making a muslin and fitting. And there I do some fitting adjustments, including a sway back. And if you get gaping here, I do an adjustment for that, like at this princess seam. So that's a really useful chapter, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So we'll do a premiere together again because those are always really fun. Okay, stay calm and so on. I'm ordering my pattern right now. So many questions, guys. I saw ladies saying you can do the Lemoore dress without boning if you don't wear it in the strapless style. Would you agree with that? I mean, I have my feelings about this. I feel like if you look at the pattern envelope or pictures of me wearing it or something like that, and you want your dress to look like that, then you should do the spiral steel boning. If you have if you're more flexible in how your dress might look, like maybe you could do a slightly less fitted sundress style with the shoulder straps, then sure, you could give it a try. I just want to warn people that if you're going for the look of the design, if you want the bodice to look this like smooth and like closely fitted, then you need the boning. That you just do. So it's a different, I mean, you can like you can add ease and add shoulder straps and remove the boning, but it's a different design. And that's fine too. Like, make it your own thing. But if you're looking for the dress to look like you see me wear it, then you wouldn't want the boning. So it's totally up to you. But I also don't understand like what's the resistance to using boning? You can't get it, or it's difficult to use. Um, you don't have any steel. Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of places that you can order online. I wouldn't double the plastic boning. What about team boning? Yeah, I'm not a fan of the plastic stuff either because once you crease it, like even just sitting like this, it can crease and then it will just like never regain its shape. You really want the flexibility of the spiral steel stuff. It is quite comfortable. Um, so okay, so I'm seeing a lot of questions. Okay, yeah, I also live in a small town, so I can't just run down the street to get spiral steel boning. I either go into the city, which obviously I'm not going to do right now, but I have a stash of it, or you would need to order online. So this isn't something that you can find at Joann's or your local sewing shop. You're going to need to order it online most likely. People like zip ties too. I've never tried it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope that helps. I feel like people are always asking me for ways to get around doing boning, and I'm not very encouraging. So I'm sorry. But okay. So I see people asking questions about going braless related to the boning. So I always wear a bra with this dress too. So you have the boning and then you have your bra. So the boning is not meant to the boning is not meant to replace your bra. Okay, so they are two totally separate things. The boning actually supports the fabric and the dress. All right, so it smooths this whole effect. It doesn't actually support your breasts. All right. If you fit it really tightly, it could hold everything in place, I guess. But I mean, anything can do that if you fit it really tightly. So the boning doesn't really do anything to actually support your breasts. Your bra does that. If you want to go braless, and I sometimes do, that is a choice, but it has nothing to do with the boning. Okay, so boning and a bra are two totally different things. And I did bring, I brought with me some bras because you guys are always asking about bras. And I thought we could, when we're doing these lives, I thought we could like pick some topics to talk about. And I have a couple things that we can talk about. I have like a little list of topics that we can go over. But this is my favorite bra. This is the What Katie Did Merry Widow. I really, really love this bra. It has these sort of like foam-ish cups, but they're pretty thin. And then the entire thing is boned. Okay, so you can see, yes, I wear a boning in my bra and in my dress. Okay, so the boning in the bra is to support your body. The boning in the dress is to support the fabric of the dress. This one closes up the front, which I really like with hooks and eyes. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about a bigger brand in just a second, so hear me out. These ones hook up the front, which I really like. So this brand goes, it's like B through E cups. Okay, so not a huge range. I have found one for the larger cup sizes. This is the Goddess Adelaide long line bra. Okay, so this size is a 34F that I bought for a model. You can see it has a ton of structure in the cups. This one hooks up the back. So the great thing about this one is it goes up to, I believe, an L cup. So really big size range on this one. And I think it starts at a C or a D. So actually the only bra that I don't have a recommendation for is an A cup. So if any of you guys have a long line bra that you like for an A cup, do they make those 34 double D? Both of these bras come in a 34 double D. So take your pick. That's not a hard size to find, luckily. B through E bra cup. Yeah, not a pattern cup. These would be bra sizes. They are bras. Okay. Oh, I see some questions about petticoats. Why don't we do a petticoat chapter like tomorrow? Do you guys want to do that? I'll bring some. Actually, as I'm saying that, I think I left some of my petticoats at the studio, didn't I, Melisha? I didn't bring some of my chiffon petticoats home. But I can show you a couple that I have here with me. So we could do we could do an abbreviated petticoat discussion tomorrow. Yes, petticoats. Okay, yes to petticoats. I have a goddess one. Let's see, a pattern. Oh, a pattern for a bullet bra. Yeah, we're not really going down the lingerie route right now. How do you store the petticoats? So, well, if you're me, you just kind of ball them up and throw them at the top of your closet and don't worry about it. But if you're a more organized person, you can just kind of fold them up and like compress them. There are some of those like these bags are great. I've actually been toting things back. Actually, here's a petticoat right in here. I've been using these big bags to tote things back and forth to the studio. These huge Ziploc bags. Did you guys know they make Ziploc bags this big? And then here's a petticoat in it and a bra. Welcome to Gertie's world. Bags of petticoats and bras everywhere. So yeah, here's a petticoat in there. Actually, I probably do have all the types of petticoats that I can show you guys tomorrow. So you can kind of compress them, squish them down, put them in a bag, or A plastic tote too is a great way to store them. You can just kind of squish them down, and then when you pull them out, you can just fluff them back up. I travel with lots of petticoats, at least two usually, and like they can compress down really far, which is great. And then when you take them out of your suit, I use those little packing cube things. Then when you take them out of your packing cube, you just kind of fluff everything up again. Okay. What are you streaming from? I'm streaming from the laptop webcam. So not high quality right now, but I do have a camera that I usually stream from. So hopefully we'll get that up and running again soon. Let's see. I only have Malco modes. No, I have some Hell Bunny petticoats as well. But that's probably, I think those are the two brands I have the most of. The fabric from my dress, this was actually one of my designs for Michael Miller last year. So this fabric is called Kiss of the Spider Woman. So, and this one came in like, what, 3 colors. So black background and then a lavender background too. Will you show your own sewn petticoats? I get this question all the time too, and I just don't like to sew petticoats. Like, it's a lot of fabric, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for something that you can buy for $40. So personally, I would rather just buy it. That said, I do have a petticoat pattern on for butter. So if you're interested in that, that's like the one petticoat I've made in my life. The sample for that pattern envelope. So check that one out. Okay. So any other questions? Let's see, it's about 5:30 now. What size do I usually fit best in my own patterns? So I wear usually a 6D in charm patterns, just for your frame of reference. Any plans on adding sizes to the Rita blouse pattern? Yes, there are. We've actually been working on that. So all of our patterns that we have released before, hopefully we will release. We're planning on releasing almost all of them in our current size range, which is 2 through 20 with A through H cups. Okay, someone said the butter petticoat pattern doesn't go big enough. So that's an elastic waist garment, that petticoat. So you could definitely fit it to you. I would not worry about it being big enough, because you can just adjust the waist and it's going to be quite big before you put the elastic in. So just adjust the elastic to your size. Okay. Would I sew my own wedding dress? For sure. Would I get married again? Maybe. You never know. I have sewn a wedding dress, and it is in my book, Gertie's Ultimate Dress Book. So you should check that out if you want to see the wedding dress that I've sewn. And I also feel like you could adapt any of my patterns to be a wedding dress, especially if you want to do a T-length thing. This could be a good wedding dress. Goth bride. Yes to trousers. I tried it and then just went to Amazon to buy one. Yeah, that's my feeling about it. Like that's fabric budget and time that I could be using on a dress. And I feel like petticoats are the kind of thing that you need one and you're going to kind of wear it with a lot of different dresses. So $40 isn't really a lot to invest in something that you could potentially wear every day. So yeah, my advice is really to just buy one. So sorry, guys. Let's see. Any good websites for spiral steel boning? So, guys, there is a resource list for the Lemoore dress class, which is included, and it's going to be in the video description on every installment of the Lemoore dress class I'm releasing. So if you go to the video description, click that link, and it will open up a document that has sources, online sources for spiral steel boning in tons of countries. So do check that out. Dang, we get personal. I know, you guys are very cute. Let's see. Any more any more personal questions? I'll just skip the ones I don't feel like asking or answering. Good goth bride. Um, all right. Will I be releasing more fabric? Spotlight is still doing my fabric, which is great. Um, I know that the company that does that fabric, they're always, kind of pitching to Joann's again to see if Joann's will pick the line up. But I don't have any plans right now for anything major with fabric, so I'm really focused on patterns and on the Patreon and on charm patterns. So that's kind of where I'm focusing my effort. Let's see. Is Henry enjoying your company while you're in quarantine? That's a good hard-hitting question. I like that. Yes, he is. So both of the babies have been hanging out in bed with me today. Well, I've been like working, I've been on my laptop, like hanging out in bed. And I think I've probably said this the last 3 live streams is that I need to do these pattern layouts, the like cutting layouts, and they're going really slowly, but guys, please hold me accountable. Maybe tomorrow when we meet, they will be done. So thank you guys. It would really make my 3-year-old's night if you said, "Hi, Lewis," back to him. Hi, Lewis, how are you? Are you 3 years old? It's nice to meet you. I hope you're being a good boy. All right, we did that. Please come back to tour in Australia. I'm like actually really glad that I didn't make any travel plans this year. The only travel plan I have is to go with my mom to Madrid and Lisbon, and then up the coast of Portugal, just as a vacation. And that's in July, so who knows what's going to happen with that. Not feeling optimistic, but I made 0 teaching plans anywhere else than in Beacon. So that's good because I would be canceling a lot of plans and classes right now if I had. You're welcome. You're welcome, Katie. Can I do a wardrobe tour sometime? I would be so embarrassed to show you guys like just the general chaos of all my dresses and clothes. But sure, I actually, what I want to do is a house tour. That's what I want to do for YouTube some month, is a house tour. And I think it would be really fun to like be like, "Hello, welcome to my home," and like take you around my house and show you my kitchen renovation if it's ever done, and show you my amazing bathtub. And what else could I show you? My little sewing room. And then we could like get in the car together. I'd be like, "Come on, let's go to work." And we would like drive across the Hudson and go to the studio in Newburgh. I'd be like, "Welcome to my studio." And like Melisha would be there and she'd be like, "Hi, everyone." And show you like where we keep the patterns, and like, and I could show, oh, it'd be so fun. Like Hattie has a little car seat in my car where she sits next to me. So it'd be like, "Come on, Hattie." Hattie knows the word work. So if I say, "Let's go to work," she'll like run out to the car and gets in her little car seat, and we'll be like driving across the river, and you'll see the Hudson River, and like that would be really fun. So you guys are responding well to this. It'll be fun, right? So we have a list of things that we want to do in the future for YouTube and Patreon, and that one is like, we keep kind of like shuffling it around, but it's gonna happen. So who's the beautiful woman in my portrait? The one behind my that is the one behind my mantle. Is I don't know who that is. But I got that in the vintage store and I love it. I can show you a couple other things on my wall right now. The rose painting up here, that's actually probably the most expensive piece of art that I own. It's a vintage oil painting, and it says Berlin, 1933, Hans Wislentinus. I can't pronounce it. I got that one on Etsy from a shop called like Victorian Rose Prints or something like that. And yeah, I love it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, the colors and everything. So I like that one a lot. And then everything else I get is kind of like I like to collect old paint by numbers. So that's what that cat is right there. And actually the other cat up there, those are both paint by numbers that, someone did some point in their life and it ended up in a vintage shop or something like that, or on Etsy. So I do collect those. Those are really fun. And I also collect old needle points and rose prints and stuff like that. That woman back there, I have no idea who that is. People always come in, they're like, "Ooh, Marilyn Monroe." I'm like, "No, that's not Marilyn Monroe." I don't actually know who that is. Um, but yeah, that's kind of this is my aesthetic, like crazy old lady, pink couch, collab with Christine McConnell. I love her, guys. She is, yeah, I have a little obsession with her. I talk about her a lot. So yeah, if any of you know her, give her my number. I do know she follows me on Instagram, so maybe maybe someday, who knows? I'm super inspired by everything that she's doing. Is it Mamie Van Doren? It might be. It might be. Let me see if I can do a little more research. It might be Mamie Van Doren. Can you explain Patreon to us? Sure, just like really quickly. Patreon is a platform where you can support artists by subscribing to content that they are providing there. So the way that I'm doing it is a monthly platform. So you pay a monthly fee to receive content every month, and there are various tiers. So the tiers go everywhere from $3 up to 17, and you get various amounts of rewards the more you pay. So I think it actually ends up being a great deal. For instance, if you pay $7 a month, you get like the videos and the downloads, live streams, makeup tutorials, just sort of surprise tutorials. Like I just did the fur cuff for the Peter Pan bolero. You get the pattern downloads. Did I say that already? Now I'm rambling and I forget where I started. But so it's a pretty great deal for $7. If you join now, you get everything that's on the site already. So it works out really well in your favor, and it also works out really well in our favor because we are getting that guaranteed support every month. So I can't say enough good things about what it's done for us, and using the platform has been really great. It's easy to use, and also, I mean, I think, I know that I am so grateful to you all who have joined it, because it just like it feels like such an extra layer of stability that we have right now, given what's going on in the world, that I would be worrying so much if we didn't have that financial support. So thank you all who have joined, and I hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing it. So it's been really fun. So you can always ask me more questions about Patreon. I know it can be confusing. So Christine just made pillows. Like, I know, I saw that. I saw that. I bought these, by the way. These are like not that expensive. And I saw her making her pillows, and I was like, I'm never doing that. I was like, I'm really glad she's showing us how to do that. But she was like, it looked like her fingers were about to start bleeding. She was doing so much hand stitching. It looked like the fabric was really difficult to work with. So I was like, that's really cool, Christine. Not going to do it. Yeah, but I like her a lot. She's very cool. Where can we check the Patreon page? So it's patreon.com/Gertie's World. And I also have a link to it pretty much everywhere you can find me, like in all of my YouTube videos, in my Instagram bio. Go to Patreon, search for Gertie. It's pretty easy to find. You love the Patreon. So much content. Thank you. Okay. Start start the video in your PJs and then the transformation to this. Speaking of Patreon, I have been doing some like live tutorials on hair and makeup. So last month we did a live hair tutorial where I showed up in my curlers, and then I did my hair. And then on the 28th of this month, we are going to do a makeup tutorial. So you will see me barefaced at the beginning and transform to all this. Guys, I'm really into my Pat McGrath palette. Can you see the sparkles in my eyeshadow? Yeah, I've been really getting into eyeshadow. That's my new hobby, is eyeshadow. Um, okay, the hair I'm doing these days is amazing. Thank you guys. I don't know why I never wore my hair like this before until recently. This is like my new favorite style. So you're gonna be seeing this a lot. Okay, guys. Um, so how are we liking the YouTube platform versus Instagram? Are we happier here? I feel like we have more people here. Just looking at our numbers. So that's nice. Are you guys feeling like it's easier to, okay, we're loving it. I feel like I'm missing a lot of what you're saying. So but I kind of feel like that on Instagram too. So just know that if I don't answer your question, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I am talking and trying to follow, and like there's just a lot going on for me. So if you didn't get an answer to your question, and I think the other thing is I see you guys responding to each other's questions here more than I do on Instagram. So that's great. All right, great. Like YouTube better. All right, good. So easier to type. We talk before you come on. All right, you are allowed to ignore us. Thank you, Sarah. Um, so when will Melisha stream? Oh, Melisha, they want you. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Melisha and I talked on the phone today for the first time since we've been out of the studio, so that was really nice just to hear her voice. And I'll work her up to doing one of these live streams. It'll be really fun. So everyone likes YouTube. All right. How long do you let, okay, I've seen this couple questions on how long do you let your circle skirts hang before you hem them? It depends on the fabric. Something like quilting cotton, like this fabric, really doesn't stretch out that much. So 24 hours is fine. If it's something like rayon or something that has a lot of drape to it, and you probably the thing that I've worked with that stretched the most was this cotton gauze in gingham from you. Do you guys remember the popover dress, the pink check popover dress in my book Gertie Sews Jiffy Dresses? That one stretched so much. So the more you see something stretching, the longer you need to let it hang. So I would say if you're worried, give it 2 to 3 days. If it's something like this, 24 hours is more than sufficient. Okay. Hello. Hi. Thank you all. Um, let's see. Melicia's saying maybe. So yesterday she was saying she would think about it. So I feel like maybe is like she's gonna do it. She's going to do it. Um, okay, everyone. Everyone likes YouTube. We're gonna stick with this. All right, guys. So this has been really fun. Thank you for joining me again. And I just want to say I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And we're going to keep doing this every day. So tomorrow we'll do it on YouTube again. Are we guys liking this time? Are you guys are you guys liking the time? This is kind of fun because we're going to be doing the YouTube premiere at 6 p.m. every day for the next like 6 days. So don't go. I'm going to be right back, guys. We're going to do the premiere at 6 p.m. So, and I'll see you again tomorrow. So I'm gonna see you every day. I got to thank you guys for helping me stay positive and out of my sweatpants. And yeah, this has been really good for me. So I'm glad it's working for you too. Because it's definitely helping me. So thank you. Um, okay, everyone. So I'm gonna leave, but I'll be right back. All right. So I'm gonna be chatting with you guys on the YouTube premiere of part 2 of the Lemoore dress class. So that's starting in 16 minutes. All right. I'll see you soon. Mwah.